Hi, I'm Jennifer Sandusky, and here are my 9 people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming today. My topic, Clark County School District needs to be structured like a charter school. We live in a place that has been listed as one of the worst school districts in the United States. The school system is what makes this future successful. If you have a failing system, how can you expect the children to continue their education after high school? The children are being taught, we're saying they don't matter. We need to do better for the future of our children. With the union behind Clark County School District, it leads to a vast number of rules, regulations, and limitations. But what we should be following, the charter school motto, that are non-union and a better success rate. My claims are supported by many credible sources. For example, I use the local newspaper, the Las Vegas Review-Journal, and myself having 3 children in the school system. Everyone here knows a child or has a child of their own, but if you do not know of any children, think of them as the people that will be running our future. If you want the children to be successful with their education, then this speech is for you. To support my claim, I will convince you CCSD needs to change their union's policy before showing you charter schools are the way to go to become a successful school district. First, let's look at the school district's policy on budgeting and how that is negatively affecting the children. Living in this district that is one of the worst in the United States and always having a deficit in budgeting every year, it puts the children at risk. According to Las Vegas Review-Journal, the Clark County School District is teetering on the brink of insolvency, but it gets worse. According to CCSD, since 2009, the district has cut $771 million from the budget. In 2019, the deficit will be $68 million. The deficit keeps rising. According to KTNV local news, the current budget cuts call for each school to cut up to $185 a student to help offset the $68 million deficit. When the district is cutting that much from each student, it leads to programs being cut and less options for learning. Imagine the children of our future using old, outdated textbooks and not having a variety of classes to choose from. What are they learning? Everything from the past and not advancing like the world advances with the technology today. Scary to think the world works around technology and the children of Las Vegas School District will be behind on times. There are many consequences to the problem and how it affects the children in school. The consequences that is being listed as one of the worst districts are the children are left behind or drop out or just give up on school altogether. Children's classrooms are overpopulated, and that leads to children being left behind because they will not be able to follow the teacher's learning pace. When children do not have options within classes at their school, they become bored and do not want to go anymore. Lastly, when the school has no money, that puts limits on the children's learning. Some of you may think the school district's problem does not affect you, but this is the children of our future. If you want to see a change in the school today, we need to change our school system. While the problem is very worrisome, we can rest assured there are ways to address and manage this problem. The effective solutions would be to take a model of a charter school with no deficit, smaller class sizes, and making sure every child works with technology. The effective solution to this problem would be to gear towards running a school district like a charter school, with no union and a smaller school board to make those decisions. First, we need to have the parents more involved in the schools. Every parent should volunteer at the schools. For example, when the parents are more involved, you would know what area needs to be addressed. With parents helping in school, it helps free up money in other areas. Children need to have a variety of classes to keep them engaged. The motto is to have fun in school so they'll want to learn. Charter schools make it a priority for their budget to give them that variety of learning because they know that helps a child to be successful. Charter schools have programs that the kids work on a computer every day because they feel it's important that children know the technology to be successful. Finally, we need to have fundraisers to get up the difference in that for the learning equipment. When you have the community involved in the learning process, it makes it a first priority for everybody. When charter schools are short on funds, they always turn to fundraisers. With these 3 steps, many of the deficit problems could be avoided. Parents more involved in the school system, more options for classes. And finally, the fundraising would definitely help with that deficit problem. These 3 methods are already being used in charter schools, and they show us it works. All that is required is change in the current policy structure. According to Pinecrest Charter School, they are listed as the top school in Las Vegas, and they follow the same procedures. Some of you may argue that a charter school is not the way to structure a school district. Rest assured, your child will be ready for the future. The school district has been doing the same thing for many years and no changes. Why not try a different model? As you can see, the problem is real and big, but it can be solved with 3 easy adjustments. Imagine our children's future bright and creative. Imagine that the kids want to go to school every day because they cannot wait to learn and have a positive learning experience. They will have new learning material and updated technology. Instead of an oversized classroom, you have a teacher that will go at the child's pace and they won't be left behind. Now imagine the school district's deficit keeps growing and they keep taking from the schools and they keep taking from the children. There will be no future for the children in Las Vegas. The classroom sizes will keep increasing. So which scenario would you like to see for our children? We definitely see what way is right. The children of the future deserve better than what they've been receiving. To close, the school district clearly has options to change the deficit problem. While the school district continues to be in deficit, the charter school system has shown us if we work together and have a community come together, we can have a very successful outcome and a bright future for our children. The time is now to make those changes to the school district before it's too late and they run out of that money. We need to be listed as the top school district and no longer on the bottom. Carly, one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my 9 people.